Flosstube. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Athena. My channel is Stitching Goddess Designs. You guys, this is not going to be a normal video. This is going to be chaos, but it is Tuesday. So, Tuesday, God, whatever day, June 15th. StitchCon ended on Sunday. We left and drove, we left around 2-ish, drove to St. Louis, which was at Beth's house. I stayed the night there, and then I drove another 3.5 hours to get home on Monday, which was yesterday. And then I literally pulled in my garage, crawled up my stairs into my, I didn't unpack anything, I didn't bring anything in with me. I crawled into my bed and I passed out for 6 hours. So today my voice is hoarse. I've done so much talking. I feel like hangover lethargic. Like yesterday I slept, and then I thought because I took that big old huge nap that I wasn't gonna sleep last night. Oh no, I slept. And somehow, my body is still like, lady, what are you doing? My eyes look so tired. Okay, so happy post StitchCon, everybody. And my cheeks hurt. I have been smiling so much. My spoons are, I've got overstock of spoons right now. I mentioned that on my Instagram, and someone asked me if I was a spoonie, and I didn't know what a spoonie was, but a spoonie is somebody who has a chronic illness, and they use that spoon reference to describe their energy levels. And so I don't technically, I don't have a chronic illness. I have my own stuff going on, but is depression not a chronic illness, for real? But anyways, I think I've heard Michelle use the whole spoon reference, and so I've gone with it. I'm all over the place. This video is going to be all over the place. I literally just unpacked. It's super early in the morning. It's 8:30 in the morning. It's just super early. What was I gonna say? This is the only time I can do this today because I've got Black Needle Society work the rest of the day. I've got to run errands for the family. One of my kids broke their phone over the weekend while I was gone, and talk about life-ending crisis. He has to have his phone fixed. So I think what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna give you guys the rundown of StitchCon and how everything went, and I'm gonna give you all my little stories because there's so many. I'm gonna show you, and then I'm gonna show you whips that I worked on, which was not many. And then I'm going to show you all the haul and the stitchy kindness and everything that I ended up with. And I left a huge pile over there. So I'm going to pause the video because I need to get a drink and I need to turn my fan on because I really just literally I'm in such a hurry today that I just sat down and didn't prep. I'm hot. Okay, I will pause the video. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Got the fan moving the air. At least I got my Pepsi. Now we're ready to go. Okay, so let's just do the whole rundown. If you guys don't want to hear all these stories, fast forward till I start showing some whips, I guess. Okay, so I left here on Wednesday drove through to Beth's house. Beth is Busy Bee, Silly Me, Bizzy B, not Silly Me, that's her Instagram, and then Stitches. So Busy Bee Stitches, that's her Flosstube. Go check her out. I think that I'm really going to try to like spell everything down below for people, because I'm going to be mentioning so many people in this video. Okay, I got Pepsi burps. Sorry. Drove through to her house, got there, and was just, so we've known each other for over a year now, virtually. We've never met in person, so it was just huge hug. I mean, just, I don't know, it was, you know what it's like to like finally meet someone in person that you, and I mean, we talk because we have our chats like every week, so like we see each other every week. It's, oh, it was just so nice to finally just meet her in person. So then stayed the night there. She was doing she was FFOing her small for the exchange, so kind of helped with that. Then we like chit-chatted, and oh, that's another thing, I've got Harry Potter haul to show you. I'm gonna split it up because she gave me so much Harry Potter haul. She was downsizing her Harry Potter, and she's like, look through and see what you want, and I was just like, I mean, I'll look through this, but I'm taking it all. Like, there's not anything that's being left behind. So, anyways, I will have that to show as well. We stayed up way past our bedtimes, way past when we needed to be. She said later on in the weekend, like, she was having anxiety, and I think I have anxiety about that too, is like, because we see each other every week, so we talk every week, like, what else is there to talk about? Like, is it gonna be like we talk for a little bit and then it's just silence and awkward, but no, not with this one. Honey, I can't stop talking to save my life. So no, we stayed up way past our bedtimes. I think it was like past 1 o'clock. Finally, we were just like, we gotta go to bed. So we fell asleep, and then there was like no strict time, like we need to get up and leave, but her boyfriend had to work in the morning, so it was kind of like when he gets up, we'll get up, we'll get our stuff together, and we'll go. Which is what we did. It was another 5-hour drive to Cincinnati, and by the time we got there, it was late enough that we could check into the hotel. As we're driving in, at some point I was just like, we were talking, and at some point I was like, oh my god, do you hear that? And we could hear them. They were so loud. The cicadas, the brood eggs. Oh yeah. We could hear them, and then all of a sudden we just start seeing them, like, and they're just like bouncing off my, like, you could hear them. If they hit the roof, they hit the side, they hit whatever, like, you could hear them pelting my car. And God forbid they hit the windshield, which they did. Huge, just splatter all over your windshield. These bugs, like, I mean, seriously, they were that big. It was crazy, and you can see them. Like, you just look out and you could just see they were just everywhere. It truly was like nothing I've ever experienced before, like plague level, like crazy. It was crazy. So we made the decision to go straight to the hotel, check in, drop off some stuff, you know, clothes and stuff like that, and then just grab our stitching stuff and head to the, I'm sorry, like, the exhaustion is real. If you guys are watching this before you guys take off, like, I hope you took a couple extra days, because it's real. I mean, at least if you're being completely irresponsible and need to be involved in all of the things like Beth and I were. So we'll get to it. Got to the hotel, And as soon as we're out of the car, we're grabbing all of our stuff, like, I can't with things flying, like, at me. Like, I can't. I mean, I don't like bugs in general, but, like, flying at me these things were so big. One flew at Beth, and I swear to God, I did not see it fly away, but I was like checking, and I screamed, and she kind of, like, she's just like, and we looked all around, and we didn't see anything, but I swear, I was like, I didn't see it fly away. We're like, okay, it's good. So we go in, we get to our hotel room. I go in to use the bathroom. I come out, and she's like, don't freak out. And I'm like, what? Like, someone tells you don't freak out, you're gonna freak out. And she's like, that cicada is in the room. It's on my duffel bag. So she very calmly, coolly grabbed some cups and, like, got it in the cups, and we carried it out of the room, and she released it when we got outside. And I'm like, girl, I don't know what I would have had to call hotel people to come and get that out of my, I don't think I would have been able to. I really don't. Anyways, she handled it like a boss. So, okay, then we get to the hotel. We get to the convention center. We walk in, and it's just right away, like, as soon as you walk in, it's a huge StitchCon banner, and you're just like, you're here. Go downstairs, and Pam's there to, like, sign you in and give you all the things. And it's just like, Pam. It's Pam. I don't know what to tell you guys. And you're trying not to freak out, because you just be like, okay, yeah, but it's Pam. I've never met Pam before, so. Okay, so she gives you, like, all the things. She gives you her whole big old spiel, and it's kind of overwhelming, because, like, you have all of your stitchy stuff that you're bringing in, and then they're handing you stuff, and then Pam's handing you some stuff, and then she's like, okay, go to the next table, and the next table, and you're gonna do this. And so you, like, go down the line, and then you get more stuff handed to you, and by the time you're, like, available to walk into the room, like, your arms are overflowing. And we got there, I want to say, between 4, maybe 4:30, because we had already checked in the hotel. I don't know exactly what time it was, but the stitching room opened at noon. So by the time we got there, it was full. Everybody was there. Like, I know there were some stragglers still left to come, but majority of people were there. So walking in, it was like the new kid walking into the high school cafeteria. Like, we just walked in and we just froze, and I was freaking out. I'm like, oh my God, there's so many people. And I'm 1000% sure not everyone in that room turned to stare at us when we walked in, but it felt like it. And a lot of people, like, just turned and looked at you, and you're just like, I don't know what to do. There were a lot of people that, I knew that were supposed to be there. So I was just like, I need a friendly face. I need a grounding point right now. And I just happened to look across the room, and Carla, Rolodex Stitches, was there. And Carla I've already actually met in real life, so that was even less stressful. So I was like, there's Carla, let's go. And I find out later, this is insane, but she's never had this happen before. She's looking at her phone, and, like, my little picture icon thing, like, floated across her screen. She said it just, like, kind of floated across the screen, and so she thought maybe that I sent her a message. Like, she's never seen that happen before. So she's looking through all the different social medias to try to figure out if I sent her a message, and, like, why my face just flashed across her phone screen, and she couldn't figure it out. She didn't see anything, so she sent me a message that said something like, hey, did you just try to send me a message? I didn't get that, of course, because like, I think that when she sent me that, I was like probably going through the whole check-in, but she said that she sent me that message and she looked up and I was standing there, and she's just like, I don't understand what it was either. I don't know why. I'm like, Apple knew that I was freaking out, and it like helped me by reaching out to a friend. But she looked up and I was there, and she's just like, oh my God. So we make our way over to Carla, who's like clear across the room, but we make our way over there. And kind of just like orient ourselves. Her table was already full, like kind of all the tables around her were already full. There in fact was one table left completely open in the entire room, and from where the podium is, like where Barb or Steph or Pam or whatever would like stand at the podium to make announcements, that table was straight back, but all the way in the very back row, because you've got the podium and then you've got tables in rows, and they're numbered, like maybe, I don't know, 1 through 6 was right there in the front. I don't know how many across there were, but I was in the very back row, table number 54, out of like probably 58. So that's what I mean, like we were at the very back row. But we were straight back from the podium, and then right behind, or right by our table was a door to go out. And then you walk across the hall and you're in the shopping annex. So we could like peek in the shopping annex a lot from where we were sitting. So we make our way over to our table, grab the free table, get everything situated, and get over to the brag table, put our stuff down on the brag table. Then Beth had stuff to put on the freebie table, so we go over to put stuff on the freebie table, and we're kind of like looking, like Beth was more looking than I am, because I was just too overwhelmed to try to focus on whatever was on this table. And so I was just kind of like following along with her. But I think it was at that point that Erin and Jody came in and just ended up having to be standing right next to me, who I've also not met in real life, only have talked to virtually. And I was just like, hi. And then she like turns and she's like, hi, it's you. Oh my gosh. And so I met them. Kristen didn't come until the next day. I did meet her when she came. Got to talk to Jody, who I mean, yes, I've messaged with her before, but I mean, it's just totally different talking to people in real life. I met, at some point, like while getting the table and meeting and like talking to Carla, I think I met Lynn from Lynn X Stitches. She came up. Who was another, like, she's a local. She's going to be, for Weekend B people, if you're watching this, she will be staff Weekend B. She participated Weekend A. She'll be like staff Weekend B. She'll be like, you know, helping out. So, look for her. She's super amazing, super nice. And then, and she'll probably be wearing the shirts I made for her. No, she might be wearing StitchCon shirts at that point. But I made her Lynn X Stitches shirts. They're super cute. And then, I'm just trying to think. So we sat at our table and they were calling like row by row to go preview the annex. We could not shop yet until the next day, but you could go walk through the annex and see everything. Which would have been a perfect time while it was like all untouched and stocked and full for me to take a video for you guys, but that didn't happen. I will, however, insert a video. Let's just say we'll insert the video here about, or of the annex. It was taken later on in the weekend. I'm probably just gonna mute the sound, or maybe if I can put some like music to it or something. I don't know. I'm not super good at editing, guys. But there was like lots of background conversations, and I don't want people to feel like their conversations were being filmed. So I'll just mute the sound, and you guys can get a good look at what was in the annex. If you're weekend B and you don't want to see, like, fast forward, look away, I'm sorry. But I will insert that video here. Okay, so amazing. I mean, I'm sorry I didn't get it while it was still full. That's kind of bad of me. But yeah, I don't know. Everything's happening so fast that you don't think about it. Like, I didn't get video of Keepsakes. I didn't get video of the brag table. I didn't get video of like the smalls. I mean, you guys, it's just like by the time you think about getting it, it's like too late, and you're just like, oh my god. I am proud of myself for getting as many pictures as I got. Like, I was just like, picture. I need the pictures. So if you're interested in seeing a ton of selfies with all of the people, I'm not gonna put them in here, but go to my Instagram. There's there's post 1 of 2, post 2 of 2. Go check out all those pictures, swipe through them all. Amazing, just meeting everybody. Everybody's tagged in the picture, so if you don't know who somebody is, like, tap on the picture, it'll tell you who they are. So waiting for our table to get called to go to the annex, to go preview the annex. Met more people, saw Rocio, and I didn't like officially like go over and say hi to like Rika. I was too shy for that one. I was also too shy for Sunshine Stitchers that first day, and I did meet Candy, the 614 Stitcher, who I've shouted out before. Go watch her videos. She's amazing. I'm like drawing a blank on who else I met that first day. I had an order for Julie, customer of mine. So I met Julie and Greta. They're both have got shirts from me, and it was okay. I'm 18 minutes in, you guys. I need to speed this up. Okay, so I'm walking around and I'm seeing people wearing my shirts. Like, I cannot even. It was so cool. I mean, it was like a designer probably seeing people stitch their stuff. I was just like, oh my god, that's my shirt. I think pretty much everybody that was wearing my shirt, that I saw wearing my shirt, kind of like knew me. And so, like, either shouted out to me or whatever. So I was able to say hi to them. I'm a lot easier if someone says hi to me first than me like walking up to you. I'm sure you guys know what I mean. So there was one lady sitting at the table like right in front of us. It was Emily. I saw her name tag. She was wearing one of my shirts, but like she didn't like see me. And I was like, maybe she doesn't know me. Or I don't know. So, or maybe she was too shy to say something to me and I was too shy to say something to her. Ever. So, Emily, if you're there, if you're watching. No, she did eventually like walk by my table to throw something away, and as she was coming back I was like, I really like your shirt. And she's like, oh, like it was like that automatic like, oh, thank you, as you're turning to the person, and then she sees me and she's like, oh, you're you. It's like, yeah, it's me. So I got to say hi to her, talk to her. She had a couple of my shirts that she wore. She was wearing the Frogward shirts, so I was like, ooh, you're gonna be a Frogward. I'm so excited. I'm trying to think what else. I don't know. We got our preview of the annex. We then we had like the whole welcome speech thing. I'm sorry, I got my voice, you guys. We had our whole welcome ceremony thing. Barb gets up and talks to you. Steph gets up and talks to you. I took notes, you guys. Let me go through this here. What am I forgetting? Oh, Stacy! How am I forgetting Stacy? Okay, so while we were previewing the annex, we finally got our turn to preview the annex. So while we were previewing the annex, Stacy came in. Stacy Stitches, Flosstube. Go check her out. She is in Florida, but from Pennsylvania. And she's in Pennsylvania right now, like for the summer. Anyways, she comes in And I had already told her, like, we're saving you a spot. We have an empty table, all the things. So she was at our table and she was getting all settled. And at some point she's like, I'm going to go check out the freebie table. I'm sure this was like before the opening. No, it was before the opening ceremonies, because I told her, I was like, everything's kind of picked over. Like, you'll get lucky if like somebody has just came in and set some new stuff down. But for the majority of the table, like while I was up there, it was like 70s and 80s. And she's like, what's wrong with the 70s? I was born in the 70s. And I was like, and I was born in the 80s. Nothing. It's just older patterns that I don't particularly need to have in my stash. So, let's see if I can just set this right there. And then I can see my notes while I talk. She's like, and I was like, you go over there and you find a treasure. And she goes, you know what? Challenge accepted. And so she comes back. And I guess this is probably part of my haul. Where? I guess, and I'm not going to actually show it, but like she comes back. And I will show this again in haul for people who are fast forwarding. And she's just like, hands me this folder. Here we go. She just hands me a folder, and like opening ceremonies were just starting, so I was like trying to listen to what was being said, but I'm also looking at the folder she just handed to me. And you guys, it's so hard to see it. Like, I don't even know how she saw it. It says Harry Potter Monopoly board. I was like, what? And so I open it. And like, I'm not going to show you the whole, obviously, I'm not going to show you the whole thing, but like somebody had put this up there on the freebie table. And I mean, it says that the author is Catherine L. I've kind of tried to do some research on this because I've seen the Monopoly boards, but I've never seen a Harry Potter Monopoly board. So I did try to do some research on this. Like, how can you buy this? Is this legit? Is this just a PDF? I honestly, I could find one by Cats, K-A-T-S, Cats Stitching or something like that. But then I couldn't find it to like buy it, if that makes sense. So, and this author is Catherine L, so that might be her. I would love to be able to shout out like the shop where you guys could go get this, but I honestly do not know. This is a print, and I'm just going to show you platform 9 3/4. It's obviously like the front of the train coming at you. We got back to the hotel room and we laid the whole entire thing out on my bed. It's amazing. It's going to be like 2 feet by 2 feet. If I do it on 18 count, totally playable. Yeah, I don't know. I might even see if I can get a 20 count and make it a little bit smaller. But anyways, she's like, found you a treasure. And so she shows it to me and I was just like, like, gonna try to sneak it into my bag. And she goes, oh no, it's for you. I don't stitch Harry Potter. And I'm like, what? I was blown away. And she's like, challenge accepted, found you a treasure. I don't have the patience to sift through things like that. Like, I can't even shop at thrift stores, not because I'm like too good for that, but I just don't have the patience to like I want to go to the store and be like, okay, I need a blue sweater, and walk up to a rack of blue sweaters, pick my size and go. Like, I can't flip through all of the things looking for a blue sweater. Anyways, amazing, Stacy, amazing. Like a boss. Welcoming ceremony, and then we left to go to dinner. Beth and I went to dinner at a place called like BJ's, I don't remember exactly, but they had like pizza, and she got a pizza. What did I get? What did I get? Good Lord. Oh, I got a steak. That's right. I got a steak and like mashed potatoes. It was really good. then they had gluten-free pizza for Beth, because Beth is gluten-free. So if anybody's going weekend B, gluten-free, BJ's. They got gluten-free pizza. We headed back to the hotel just to unwind, decompress for a minute, because it was really overwhelming, that whole first walk-in. And then we headed to late night stitching, which was at the La Quinta from 11 to 2. And Stacy was already at a table. We walk in, we sat with Stacy, and Lindsay came in, and does she have a floss tube? Shoot, Lindsay, if you're watching, comment. I can't remember if you had a floss tube. She's super nice though. It was so cute because she was like talking to her husband and was like kissy sounds and everything, and Stacy's like, y'all are newlyweds, huh? Which they kind of are. So it was just cute for someone who's like been married for 19 years to someone that's like, love you. And I'm just like, I'm like, yeah, are the kids alive? Okay, bye, talk to you later. We don't mess around with that stuff no more. It was cute. She was super nice. But we stayed till 2 a.m. We stayed until 2. We closed down the room. We headed back to our hotel, which was literally like a 3-minute drive. And then proceeded to talk, I think, wind down even more. You're in that late night room and the lights are just, the lighting was even better in the late night room than the convention center. Like, the lights were so bright, they tricked you into thinking it was still daytime. So it was kind of like a, okay, I need to calm down. We stayed talking till about 4-ish. And before we finally fell asleep, next morning, the plan was to be in the stitching room at 8 a.m. Annex was supposed to be open for shopping at 8 a.m. And Beth wanted to get the Brood X Stitch shirt, and she was afraid they were going to sell out, so she was freaking out about the shirt. Plus she also wanted to like get hands on fabric, so she was afraid that was going to sell out too. I think we got there around 8:30ish, so we weren't too late. And we headed straight into the annex, got our shopping done, and we got this Brood X Stitch 2021. It's so cute. This was by, y'all, I have the Myriad and Maker. So yeah, we got the shirt and we did our annex shopping, which I'll show you in haul, and then came back to our table, unloaded a bit, showed our table what we got, and then Stacy still wasn't there, so we headed to Keepsakes. Oh wait, I finally got up the courage to go say hi to EJ, Sunshine Stitchers. And I was like kind of saying hi to her, talking to her, but everybody else was like, the rest of their table was getting ready to go catch the bus, so it was like a really quick thing. But I did get up the courage to say hi to her. I also met in the annex while we were shopping, I'm never going to remember everybody's names. I'm so sorry. But I already followed her on Instagram. I think it's something about Colorado Stitcher. She lives, like, her little name tag, which, I mean, I have my name tag too. So I was going to show you guys. Your name tag has your name, has where you're from, has if you have a floss tube, and what your Instagram is, and then weekend day. These name tags are a godsend. So I just happened to turn around and look at, and I saw Commerce City, Colorado. I was like, what? That's where I grew up, y'all. I graduated from Adams City High School in Commerce City, Colorado. And it's such, I mean, now it's expanding more, but back then it was like, it's a suburb of Denver, but it's just like such a small, people are not from Commerce City. It's just like, I don't know. You don't go out into the world and meet people from Commerce City. And I was blown away. So we got to talking, and that was really cool to meet her. I'm sorry I forgot your name. I'm going to be horrible at this. I'm so horrible. And then, yes. Okay. So then we go to Keepsakes. I'm 32. This video is going to be so long. I need to speed this up. We go to Keepsakes. Keepsakes is a lot. It took me about halfway through before I realized, okay, look at the models, see something you like, then go look for the pattern. Because at first I was just like flipping through the bins and baskets and all the different things, but there was no like rhyme or reason to it. And I finally figured out that what was in the bins and baskets and things was like what was modeled. And I was like, oh, I'm there now. Okay. We got there around the same time as a busload, and then at some point another busload came while we were still there. People from the first busload, people from the second busload, plus people that like we drove. So it was so packed. It was so hot. I was dripping sweat. I'm slightly claustrophobic, and you would end up trapped in rooms that you couldn't get out of because there's like, I mean, they cram this place full of models. There's so much to see. You definitely need hours and hours, if not days and days, to see the store. It's crazy, crazy. I got quite a few things, but I got my pattern that because my goal was to get a pattern fully kitted up and start it, and it was gonna be my Keepsakes start. It was gonna be my Keepsakes piece, like StitchCon 2021. So I did end up doing all that. I'll show you in haul. Maybe whips, actually, because it's a whip now. It started. Okay, stopped at the root beer stand to grab a hot dog and a root beer float for lunch. Head back to the hotel, eat lunch, relax, decompress. Then Beth was participating in the Smalls Exchange, so we were back, the Red Chip Smalls Exchange, which was the first one. So back to the convention center to do that. I did not participate in the Smalls. You guys know that. Like, May ended up crashing on me, and I just wasn't able to do what I wanted to do. But what I was gonna stitch for the small was on display in the trunk show in the annex. It's just like, how weird would that have been? We finally sat and stitched. Crazy, right? Then the door prizes and raffle drawing was at 8:30. At some point before that happened, this older lady, cute older lady, all white hair, walks up to our table and was like handing out information about the raffle, and that you could go buy tickets, and like she kind of puts the information down, and it's like who the raffle was, the charity the proceeds were going to. I automatically look at her name tag so I know who she is, and I'm freaking out, but I'm just like, okay, hi, yeah, thank you. And she turns around, she walks off, and I'm like, to the rest of the table, do you guys know who that was? And they're like, no. And I'm like, that was Sue Hillis. And they're like, what? And I'm like, yes, that was Sue Hillis. I'm freaking out. So now I know what she looks like. So now every time I see her, I'm just like internally freak out, but also walk away because it's Sue Hillis, and I can't even. If you follow my Instagram, y'all know what's going to happen eventually. Shh, I'll get there. I did also forget to mention my other table mates, Karen and Vanessa. I don't know their Instagrams. I hate that I didn't get their Instagrams. We also didn't get a table picture. I'm mad about that, but Karen, I mean, they're both lovely people, but Karen was freaking adorable. If you're watching, Karen, oh my God. I love you, Karen. You're awesome. y'all will hear about this eventually. I mean, maybe it was while we were sitting and stitching. I have, and I will show you during whips, a retreat piece that I was passing around. I started it, and then I just started passing it around for people to stitch on. And then people were signing it. And Karen got it and was stitching on it and was just sitting there, and she's just like stitching away, and she's just like serious as can be. She's like, it's a really lazy way to finish a pattern. The shade, Karen. Oh my god. Oh my god, it was amazing. Carla was sitting right next to me and she was dying too. It was awesome. It was so awesome. I was getting so much shade thrown at me. At one point I'm sitting there like stitching, and I stuck my needle in my mouth like while I was, because I've got 2 needle minders on my pattern, and Carla's sitting right next to me. She's like, you've got 5 needle minders in front of you, use them. Get that needle out your mouth. Okay, I'm sorry. I was getting like so much shade thrown at me. It was funny. I can't remember. Then Stacy sat down and threw something at me too, and I was just like, oh my god, it's so cloudy in here. What's happening? Okay, so then the drawing and the door prizes at 8:30. We went to Chick-fil-A to get dinner. We actually were going to Five Guys. Five Guys was temporarily closed for renovation, so we ended up at Chick-fil-A. But like, I had to, like, when we rerouted, Beth like grabbed the directions on her phone to get us to Chick-fil-A, and I was like, okay, get us back to the hotel, so that we could go to late night stitching. And she must have just typed in like Holiday Inn and like picked one. And so we're driving and driving and driving, and I was like, where are we? At one point it was like, we're in like no man's land. Like, they're not gonna find our body. Where are we? This is crazy. And we're just driving and talking and talking and driving and driving, and then finally she's like, okay, the hotel's gonna be up here on your right. And I was just like, no, we're not in the right place. And she's like, no, seriously, it's, and I see a Holiday Inn. I'm like, no, I see the Holiday Inn. That is not our Holiday Inn. That's not where our Holiday Inn is. And she's like, I put in the right one, I swear I did. And she's like, look, and I'm just like, so I grabbed my phone, put in the right one, and no, we gotta get on the highway and drive for about like 10 minutes to get back to our hotel. And I was like, oh my god, that's the one and only time I let you navigate. We're so lost. That was Friday night. So when we got back to late night stitching at the La Quinta, nobody was in the room. So we were able to jump on our Friday. Well, Stacy was in the room. Sorry, Stacy, you're not nobody. It was seriously just Stacy sitting in the room all by herself. It was so sad. But we got in there. We jumped on our Friday night chat. We saw some of the girls jump in. I mean, and we were able to kind of like give them some of our excitement real quick. And then, and Stacy was able to be on Friday night chat. She was freaking out. And so, but then people started coming in, so we jumped off. And then, our late night table, was Janet from, Janet Jabber. She's got a Flosstube. I think at some point during the day as well, I'm missing that I finally went up to Janet and introduced myself. I also know her. She's a VIP for Black Needle Society, so like I know her, but I don't know that we've ever like privately messaged. I don't know. So I was able to introduce myself. She's like, hi. And then I mentioned something about like wanting to meet Rika, and she was like, I'm too shy to go over there. I was like, I'm too shy to go over there. She was like, let's do it together. So we went over and met Rika together. So that was super awesome. I think on Friday I had not met all of Sunshine Stitchers. Like, I had said hi to EJ, and it was like super quick, and I don't actually know if she knew like who, like Black Needle, who I was, maybe I don't know. I don't know. So, I mean, and I hung out a little bit more with Rocio, and anyways, Janet was at our late night table, and Zan is Crazy Band Lady Stitches, Flosstube. She's only got like 4 floss tubes up. Her accent, you guys, go watch her, because just listening to her Southern drawl is awesome. It was awesome. Super, super, super nice lady. So we deigned her with our presence. No. She was at our late night stitching table. So we got to stitch with her like 2 nights in a row, because then the next night we sat pretty much same group of people with a couple additions. Closed the room at 2 a.m., headed back to our hotel, proceeded to stay up until 6 a.m. talking. You guys. The sun came up. I was like, we're doomed. We're never getting out of bed. This is insane. So I was like, I gotta nap. We were 2 hours away from a 24-hour at that point. I was like, I gotta close my eyes. I woke up at like 8, and I'm like, no, I need another hour. I can't. Close my eyes again. Next thing I knew, it was 11:30, and I'm like, oh, Beth, we're sleeping the day away. We paid to be here. We're wasting money. Get out of bed. Let's go. And so she gets up and jumps in the shower, and I messaged Lynn, because we were supposed to meet Lynn and Candy for lunch, and so we got ready and went to First Watch for lunch and met them there. Stacy came too. They have excellent gluten-free options. Had our lunch there, and then headed back to the stitching room at the convention center, and decided that we were just going to travel the room and see all the people. Like, we were doing this. So it was at that point that we went over to Sunshine Stitchers' table and joined their table and met all the Sunshine Stitchers. And like, Shelia was like, EJ's told me you're like from Black Needle Society. Like, we met Katie. Like, Katie and Laura came to one of their Stitch Zoom thingies, and she's like, oh yeah, they told us to look for you. And so, like, connections, because sometimes like you meet somebody and you're just like, oh hi, nice to meet you, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, you're you, oh, I know who you are. It's silly. I had a moment like that later on in the day, traveling around, met the Sunshine Stitchers. While I was at their table, I'm wandering around with my new fully kitted up thing, and I'm stitching in hand, but I'm also like, I need a bag. Like, this is a mess. I need a bag to contain this. I'm gonna run over to the annex and grab a bag. There's like nobody in there. I pick a bag, I walk up to the counter, and y'all know where this is going. I see, so in our little book, which I don't even know if I have it here, in our cross stitch book, our StitchCon book, I don't see it, there's patterns. I don't know where it is. Guys, if I was like even halfway organized, it would be insane. Like, seriously. Anyways, there's cross stitch patterns inside the StitchCon book, and like one of the first ones is Sue Hillis, and it's I Survived StitchCon and BroodX 2021, and it's got a stitched cicada. So I was like, oh my god, I am stitching that. That's amazing. I'm stitching that. And a lot of people stitched that while they were there. Good Lord, 45 minutes. I just keep looking at the time and like, shut up, I can't stop talking. This is going to be a 2-hour-long video. It is FFO'd on a fly swatter. And I'm like, that's freaking adorable. And it's not like just some like plastic fly swatter. It's like a nice fly swatter. I'm like, that's freaking adorable. And Barb is standing there and she's like, isn't it? She goes, okay. I'm going to do a one-person poll right here, right now. If I were to sell these next weekend, would you buy them? I'm like, yeah, especially if you have it displayed like that. Of course, I'm definitely buying. Like, if you had one right now, I would buy it. Do you have it right now? And She goes, hang on, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. So she goes across the room to where Sue is. And she goes, Sue, I just did a one-person pull. And she kind of points at me. And I like, wait, because it's Sue Ellis. I'm also freaking out because it's Barb from Keepsakes. And I hadn't met her yet either. So I still hadn't met Pam and Steph yet either. So she's like, she said that she would buy your fly swatter. And Sue's like, no, she wouldn't. So she's like, comes over here and she's like, you would buy that? And I was like, yes, this is freaking adorable. I would so buy this. And she's like, how much would you pay for that? And I'm like, you guys keep in mind, like, it's a nice fly swatter. And it's got like a wood handle and it's nice. And I'm like, for a finishing piece, $15. And she's like, oh my God. Okay, you win. And she walks over and grabs an empty one and gives it to me. She goes, here, you can have this. I freak out. I'm like, can we get a picture? I'm gonna insert the picture here. And you guys, so then this gets better. Oh, this gets better. You guys. Okay, if you're here for this story, you guys, this is amazing. Okay, so I'm like, okay, I just have to like introduce myself and I have to tell you I'm a super, like, I really like your patterns. I love your patterns. Like, my favorites are your pirate patterns. I have, you know, like, I should have brought it over here with me, but women who behave rarely make history. It's always sitting right there. I need to stitch The Beatings Will Continue Until Morale Improves. I was like, I have 3 teenage boys. And she goes, oh yeah, that's perfect for your house. And she goes, I really need to make another one of those. She goes, I love those ones too. And I was like, I love them. She goes, you know what? As she looks at my name tag and she sees, you got Flosstube? Yeah. And she goes, why don't you and your followers come up with a new pirate saying? Email me. I'll make it up and I'll send a free pattern for you and your followers. For one for you and one for your followers. I don't know if she's even gonna remember that she said that to me, because like the weekend is so chaotic. But I'm just in case, y'all, send me pirate quotes that you want to see stitched up. I need to do some research on Where Has the Rum Gone and see if that's like a copyrighted like Pirates of the Caribbean thing. But that's like where my brain is at. I also need to like sit and think about some pirates quotes. You guys, send me your pirate quotes. I'm freaking out. I walked back to the Sunshine Stitchers table and I had tears, and I had tears. I was freaking out. I was shaking. And EJ's like, are you okay? And I think Beth looked at me and I'm carrying this fly swatter and I'm like, I just met Sue Ellis and she gave me a fly swatter. You guys, the saddest thing is I don't have the fly swatter to show you. But it's okay, it's okay. Don't freak out, don't freak out. I was telling my husband the story of the fly swatter on our way home. Like, we were between Cincinnati and St. Louis. And at some point, it hit me. And I looked at Beth with horror in my eyes. I was just like, and she's like, what? And I'm like, I don't think I packed that fly swatter. I think it's sitting on the chair right next to my bed. Like, I can, like, you know when you leave something, you can visualize exactly where it freaking was. And you're just like, no! I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And I'm like, I gotta go. I hang up on my husband and I call the hotel and I'm like, okay, I sound like a completely crazy person right now, but there is a fly swatter in room 313. It is a very special fly swatter given to me by a very special person, and I need this fly swatter. And she goes, okay, hang on, let me check with cleaning crew. I'll run upstairs and I'll look. And she gets back on the phone and she's like, ma'am, I have the fly swatter. I mean, Beth and I both screamed. We were just like, oh my God, thank you. And so I'm like, can you mail it? And Beth is just like, no, we'll have somebody go get it. And I was like, you're right. Immediately, she's like, I'm still on the phone with the hotel. And she, look, I'm like, almost got tears in my eyes, you guys. I freaked out. She's on the phone with Lynn. Not on the phone, but she's like messaging Lynn, like, can you go get this? Athena left this at the hotel. All the things, right? And Lynn is like, yes, I can get it, and I'll mail it to her and all the things. And so, Lynn went yesterday and she got it and she's gonna get it in the mail to me. You guys, I will show it to you when it gets here. My heart like sank once I found out. I mean, I was like, I know I don't have it. And she's like, no, it has to be in here. And I'm like, no, I know I don't have it. And I called the hotel and they had it. And I was like, oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. You guys, oh my God. Where was I? I was on Saturday meeting all the people. I finally met Colleen. Like, I have been seeing Lynn and Candy all weekend, and they're both telling me, like, Barb wants to meet you, Colleen wants to meet you. Colleen is from Rebel Stitcher. I hate that I never know if it's Stitcher, whatever. She makes needle minders. I should know her name. It's like right here. Rebel Stitcher Designs. She makes needle minders. She's super awesome. She's got a Flosstube. Go follow her. Finally met her. Finally met her name, Kristen. I always, like, the four of them, I always, like, have to think for a second who's who. Finally met Kristen from Steel City Stitchers, sat at their table, chit-chatted for a while, did the whole Smalls exchange thing. Carla was in that one, Jody was in that one, Stacy was in that one, so there was a lot of people we knew that were in that Smalls exchange. Then we went with Steel City, Carla, and Rebel Stitcher to dinner at a hibachi place that was literally like right next to the hotel, or the convention center. And then got back to the convention center, continued mingling. I re-met Gina hanging by a thread. She's got a Flosstube. She was at Show Me, so I've already met her before, but her husband came with her to Show Me, but not like to Show Me, like he was upstairs. This time he was at the retreat because he's a stitcher too, and we were just like, why didn't you come stitch? And he's like, he was like the only, you know, like afraid of being the only guy in the room, which he would have been, but whatever. But he actually was there sitting and stitching, so I got to meet him. All the people at the table. This lovely lady walks up and she's talking to us and just, you know, enjoying conversation, talking to her. And all of a sudden I look down in her hands, and in her hands is this cute little crocheted turtle. I was like, you're a cooter on a log. She's like, yes. It's like, oh my God. It's like one of the, it's one of those moments where you're like talking to somebody and then all of a sudden it clicks and you're like, I know who you are. And so I got pictures with Cooter in my bun. She's like, I'm gonna put my Cooter in your bun. I can't even. That's on my Instagram too, I'm pretty sure. Door prizes, raffle tickets, go back to the hotel, take a nap. I'm sure there's so many more people that I met in between there. I'm forgetting everybody's names. Go back to, took a nap, so at this point we had like 3 hours of sleep, you know, whatever it was, because we stayed up till 6 a.m. So took a nap, managed to wake back up and go back to late night stitching, and I was just dragging. Like, my eyes were sandpaper. My voice was gone. Dragging my feet. Like, I don't even know how we got to that table. But we got to the table. Corinne was there with her daughter, Colleen, at the table. Zan was there. Janet was there. Carla came in to say goodbye because she wasn't going to be at the convention center the next day. Stacy was saying goodbye because she wasn't going to be at the convention center the next day. So there's lots of goodbyes. Sat and stitched for a while until, like, my eyes were just, like, doing that whole crisscrossy thing. You can't focus on the holes, like, even on 18 count. No, they're gone. Got up the next morning, went back to the hotel, and I told Beth, like, we get into that hotel, don't even look at me. Like, no, we are not talking. I hate your face. I mean that with all the love in the world, but I hate your face. And I need sleep. And she's like, me too. And so we got back to the hotel and we crashed. Next morning we got up, we went and sat with Lynn X Stitches, Rebel Stitcher, Candy, the 614 Stitcher. We went, Stitching Ranger was at our table. Liz, I don't know if Liz has I don't think she has a Flosstube. I don't remember who else was there. And then at one point we had an empty spot, and I kept looking across the room because I wanted to go and sit and talk with the 805 Stitcher, Tara. And I'm like, I gotta go talk to her. And so, but I was passing my retreat piece around the table, so I was waiting for, like, people to be done with that. And then I told Beth we're gonna go over and sit with Tara. And at one point because I kept looking to make sure, like, she wasn't leaving. And at one point I look over there and I see that she's sitting by herself, like everybody left from her table. And I was like, and we had an empty spot at our table. I'm like, get over here. So I go over there and I was like, come join our table. And she's like, oh, I didn't want to bug anyone. And I said, get up, come join our table. And she's like, okay. And so she did. She came and sat at our table. And so that was good. I got to hang out with her. And then it was just overall, like, goodbyes, wrapping up, everybody's leaving, all the things, and just exhaustion. And so we left the convention center around 2, got to, like, grab some food, and we also got to go to the Grater's ice cream that Mary Ashcraft recommended, and hit the road. Made it back to her house around 8:30ish. Went to go get some tacos, and then literally, like, just went to bed. And then I got up the next morning, drove all the way home, and I already told you I crashed. I'm still tired. It's funny, at the bottom of my notes, because sometimes, like, I'll just take notes, and then because that's open, like, if I gotta take a note on something else, it just keeps going. So at the bottom of my StitchCon notes is everybody's dinner order last night. A bacon cheddar burger with waffle fries and a Dr. Pepper. I was like, what? Oh, that's an order. Okay, we're an hour in. Exactly. Not including the whole little inserts that I've gotta have to do. Okay, so, like, I don't even remember picking this up. Where did I get this from? This wasn't from... Y'all, I wonder if this wasn't on the freebie table. Because this wasn't in the, I don't know what I'm doing. I guess I'm doing haul. Sorry, I'm doing haul. No, let's do it. I said at the beginning what my order was. I'm going to do my order. I worked on my 25/7. So many books, so little time. I still have missed a couple of days. I got to catch back up again. But I did catch up, and I got current, and then I fell off. So I finished the word time, got all of this in. I mean, seriously, not a lot of stitching is done at StitchCon, you guys. Like, don't take 10 whips thinking you're going to touch everything. Take 3. Maybe. I mean, seriously, maybe. I, at one point, looked over at Beth, and Beth had half the fun out. So I got out half the fun because it's a travel piece, and Beth was working on it, and I was like, oh, I'll work on it too. I did not have a Q-snap with me, so I was like this giant piece of fabric in hand, so I didn't get much done. But I did like this line down here, and then the outline of this bus. That's literally all I did. And that was like a late night. I think that was that last late night, and my eyes were going cross-eyed, and yeah. I worked on my Spooky Hollow. I don't know where the cover picture is. Spooky Hollow from Little Stitch Girl. There it is. Worked on this one. Literally just got the red finished. I mean, I think I just did this. How was it? Got it connected and done. Need to, I thought, yeah, I'll stitch in the black words and then I'll just fill in white. Yeah, I didn't pick this back up again either. Majority of my stitching was done because this is like so big. Like, it's just a lot to carry around when I was traveling from table to table. It was easier to do something small and in hand. That way, even if you walked up to a table and you didn't have anywhere to sit, you could stand and just stitch in hand. Or at least I can. I don't know, some people can't do that. So this is the one I picked up at Keepsakes, fully kitted it up, and started it at Keepsakes. So there are 12 of these. I'm going to stitch them individually, and I'm going to put them on my monthly wall. So it'll be like a change it out every month kind of a thing. The one I decided to start with, I don't know why, probably because it's purple. I mean, I guess there's other purple ones, but I mean, my eye just jumped to this one. I wanted to stitch on the thistle. So I pulled all the called for thread, and then so the called for, I'm awake, you guys, I'm awake. Crinkle, crinkle, guys, crinkle, crinkle. It's all in this crinkly plastic. Sorry. So crinkly. Okay, so I pulled the called for, but the called for that particular flower, I pulled like all of them, were these 4. It's just DMC, right? So these 2 purples, a dark purple and a light purple. I don't know, my lighting's bad. I should have opened my window. And then a light green and a dark green. So I went with a variegated purple instead. Ooh. What is this? Grape Pie. Classic Colorworks. And then I grabbed 2, a dark green and a light green. I grabbed Spinach and Secret Garden. Classic Colorworks. And so here's what I got done. So it kind of looks like you should be done, right? But no. There's still more leaves to go down here. There's 2 more flowers to go here. Finish off this leaf. I mean, it looks like such an easy stitch. Like, it should be fast and easy, but you're talking too much. There's seriously too much talking happening. You cannot get it done. You just can't. So the bag that I mentioned that I had to go get to put all of this in, Cricklewood Crossings, Crinklewood, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, one of her bags. There were, I mean, I like Disney and I like Mickey, but there were also slim pickings and they were all Disney, so yay. I got a Disney bag. Oh man, I'm gonna get shade from 3 Trail Stitchers. I don't know why I'm trying to put this back in here right this minute. The fabric. Oh, the fabric. I didn't even mention the fabric, you guys. Can you guys? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You could see the sparkle. It's a gold metallic in there. I mean, I don't know if you can tell that it's gold. No, maybe right there you can tell. It's definitely a gold metallic in there. It's 18 count Ada. It just says, I fought Joe for this label. Y'all, I fought him for this label. You're not going to give me this label. Zweigart 18 count Ada metallic. He mentioned, he goes, that's how old this fabric is. Look, I wrote that tag. And I was like, can I keep it? And he was like, no. And I'm like, yes, I can. I want it. Took the tag. I don't know why. It was just like, oh, it's a handwritten. Oh, whatever. So I took that. That was what I got the most stitching done on. And my retreat piece, y'all. Up All Night Tiny Modernist. And you guys, look at my piece of paper. So many people worked on it. I freaking love it. Up here it says, this is the lazy way to stitch a pattern. That was from Karen. Liz has never, ever, she learned on linen. She's always done one thread, one strand, words, one thread, one strand. She's never done 2 strands. She's never stitched on Ada. And so I got her to work on this, and people were like floored, like, what's happening? Like, they were taking pictures. It was crazy. So she signed it, the Ada 2-strand version. Liz, it's right there. So glad to finally meet you in person. Take care, Tara. Kristen from Steel City Stitchers. It was really nice stitching with you. It was a pleasure to meet you and stitch with you. Oh, Stitchy Pros, Holly. Trisha, the left-handed stitcher. Linux Stitches, Janet Jabber, Candy, Erin. I mean, just Carla. I mean, I'm like reading all the names. There's just so many. There's so many. Rocio. I'm still going. Gina. Okay. Anyways, I need to stop. Okay. There's so many people that stitched on this. And here it is. Here it is. Let me get the thread off here. Here's where everyone got to. And yes, I stitched on it too. I started the candle, which was center, so we could have a center point to work off of. But yes, this is the progress that everybody made. I'm so excited. I was thinking, should I just finish it myself? But then I'm like, no, I think that this is just going to be my retreat piece. So the next retreat I go to, I'll get a new piece of paper. I'll have new people work on it. Maybe same people. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I think I'm almost positive that I will have, Katie and Laura. I almost want to like mail it to, I think that would be awesome. Mail it to all the Friday night people so that they can all work on it. Cause yes, but yeah, I mean, we've still got some like vine work over here to go. We've got all the border. We got the moon, we got the clock, we got another bobbin. But yeah, we got like this kind of stuff done in here. So thank you to everybody who worked on it. I felt like I was being, I felt like I was bugging people. I don't know. But everybody's like, no, it's fine. But I also just, you know, I don't know. I just felt that way. Okay, so those were all my whips. We're over an hour. My haul is just a mess. So, I'm just gonna grab, and hopefully I remember what came from where. I got this Fiber on a Whim Myrtle 18 count. This was from the annex. This was from the annex. Super pretty, like wine colored rose pink. Love it. And then I also got, and this one is like taped. I'm gonna have to rip the tape to open it and show you guys. Night Sky, also 18 count. It's just really nice. It's got a bluish tint to it, but yeah, really nice. Those were the only two, well, that and then the fabric that I bought to kit up that piece. Those are the only two fabrics I bought. This was a free pattern from Rather Be Stitchin' Designs. Super cute. Oh, the glare on that. I'm sorry, you guys. People were just handing free things out to people. It's insane. So we got Bees and Tees Stitching. And I've got her Instagram. It's Bees and Tees Stitching. And look at this adorable little bee. Oh, he's so cute. As a needle minder. I mean, he's cute. He's so adorable. This was from your California friends, Donna White and Diana Lewis. And look at what they did. Be Happy, Be Kind, StitchCon 2021. You guys, look at how freaking adorable. I can't believe, and they made one of these for everybody. Like, the amount of work. I bought this. I bought so many Rebel Stitcher needle minders. Sorting hat, but in the Pride colors. And then we've got, it says You're Just as Same as I Am. The Luna glasses. These needle minders, you guys. All of them, all of them, all of them. Okay. This was on the freebie table. Someone saw it and showed it to me. I think it was Carla. Yeah, it was. It was Carla. And I, like, snatched it out of her hands. You're not a Slytherin. Give me that. This one, somebody came up to me at the freebie table and was like, pick one if you want one. But she didn't have a card and I didn't get her name. And so if you gave me a cute, adorable wooden unicorn, Pegasus, I love it, and thank you so much. This was from Lynn's X Stitches Creates, and his little gangster Snoopy. Little gangster Snoopy. I bought this one. What exactly is the function of a rubber duck? Harry Potter. I bought this one, Polyjuice Potion, with a little, the glasses and the mustache in there. So funny. Bought this one as Ollivander's Storefront. Love it. I also bought this one from Mag Friends Accoutrement Designs. And it's a StitchCon magnet. Love that. And then Stitchy Pros was going around. She's a new designer. She's got a new design out. Go check it out. It's the Sunflower series. She's got like it's like 3 parts to the Sunflower series. Amazing. Like, not my aesthetic, but I almost want to like get it and like pull something to stitch from it. But she had Disney needle minders and had made a post, and I have like all of these, and she had like pictures of all of them, and they're all different. And I saw a Winnie the Pooh one. I was like, I want that one. I want that one. Boop, I want that one. And so when she came over to my table and she had them all, like she had like made enough for everybody. She had them all in this giant bag, and I was just like, I want a specific one, so have a seat, sit and chat a while. I'm gonna be digging. But I found him. He's so cute. Look at the little baby Winnie the Pooh. Oh. And then on the back, it says handmade with love. It's like this little button. And that's all her information. She's even got, oh my gosh, she's so fancy. She's even got a little, whatever those code thingies are, QR codes. So fancy. Here's all of Stacy's information. Stacy's stitches. Happy stitching. Sharon Hauser, Long Island, New York. She made these for everybody. Super cute. I bought this at Keepsakes because I needed a keepsake, something that said Keepsakes on it. Rebel Stitcher handed these out for free. Alba's fan club. I made this into a shirt for her. So cute. I showed that. This is a make and take key thing, like keychain. Words. I mean, it could also be like a bag tag, but you got this at the end of the retreat. And it's like a healing stone, and it says 2021 in there. So I need to make that. We got a free StitchCon 2021. And I think that this was Suhillis. We got a free Needle Bling Designs. No. I picked this up at Keepsakes, and it was free. It's a free design exclusively for Keepsakes. United Stitchers of America. You guys, the model is amazing, but it's like, it's just United Stitchers of America. It's got scissors on it. It says USA going down the side. Super cute. I picked that up at Keepsakes. I also needed this, the July sampler for the Country Cottage Needleworks, sampler of the month. Like, there's no way to like find a particular thing, and somehow I looked in a basket and boom, it was there, and I was just like, oh, I got it, there it is, yay. So I got the July one. Picked up Pirate Queen, because you can never have enough of these pirate patterns. It's like gonna be my goal in life to have them all, but yeah, pick this one up. This was also a free pattern. Raising kids is like being pecked to death by a chicken, and the pattern calls for like chicken feet around the border, but the model said mommy, 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 mommy around the border. It's like, oh yeah, yup. That was at Keepsakes. There's like so many like freebies just everywhere at Keepsakes. I picked this up, like not my aesthetic really. Like I wouldn't think that this is something I would want to do, but the model was stunning, like so pretty. So Celtic Heart by Little Leaf Designs and elizabethsdesigns.com. So I mean, if you have to have this, it came with the Threadworks floss and the heart charm in the middle of that. Okay, now this was at the Annex. Needle Bling Designs, Stitching Nation, freebie. And then the Blue Flower did a StitchCon freebie. StitchCon 2021, or no, it just says 21. StitchCon 21. Totally gonna mix up those colors, but yeah, love that. Lindy Stitches had a freebie. A cute little mouse. That was at the Annex. Lindy Stitches, this was from the Annex as well. I will be stitching this one. And I saw it and I immediately was like, mine? Like, Finding Nemo, mine. So I was like, oh my god, I'm totally adding the word mine somewhere, like above, below, something. But then Beth had the idea, Busy Bee Stitches, to stitch the word mine, all the way around the border. That's going to happen. This is from the annex. You guys, brand new. This is my first Teresa Kogut. I've never had a Teresa Kogut before. You guys, can you not? Look at her sexy green legs. Look at them sexy green legs. Oh my god. This calls for literally 2 colors. And I'm going to have to find the perfect fabric. It's, oh my god, I can't even with that one. What is this? Oh, this was like StitchCon, Stitchy Bus schedule stuff. This is from the annex. I got, find the first one, Heart and Hand Square Dance. It's another monthly series, because why not, guys? Why not? It also comes with all of the buttons. It came with all of the buttons. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Oh, those chickens. October, November, December. This is the one that sold the whole entire series for me. He is upside down. Look at that upside down owl. I can't even with those owls. The pile just keeps going, guys. It just keeps going. Nope, that I ordered. This is Gazelle's needlework, Flosstube, and Instagram. Oh, look at this needle. This was just sitting on my table when I came back at some point. It was just sitting on my table. So she must have came around and handed them out. I didn't actually get to meet her, but I will go watch her Flosstube and Instagram and all the things, and I will thank her for that, because that's amazing. It looks like it's a duo. Looks like there's a Jennifer Strickland and a Renee Paul. So that's a duo. And that's amazing. Thank you so much. We got this StitchCon little backpack thingy when we signed in. Inside it was a StitchCon mask. Crinkle, 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 crinkle. God, I hate that crinkly plastic. A StitchCon face mask. Face masks were not required, and for the most part, we were all comfortable enough to go. Mask free. It was slightly terrifying, but also I'm fully vaccinated, so if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this. Let's do this, right? There's a StitchCon pin, and we have a Keepsakes coupon that we can use for future use. If I find more haul, you guys, I will be showing it next week, but I really think that I got it all. I think I got it all. The night that I was at Beth's house, the first night before we even made it to StitchCon, Michelle Bendy posted these Nerdy Needle Design Co. needle minders, and they were like Star Wars themed. And so I can't believe it's already 10 o'clock. I gotta go so bad. I gotta go. I'm not a Star Wars fan, but I went on there and was like, what else you got? And I couldn't, you guys. It's the little beam me up, Scotty. It's the little like thing, badge from Star Trek. And I'm a huge Trekkie. But there's like a little flowers in there. Oh, it's not gonna like. Oh, it's so pretty. And then while I was there, high functioning introvert. Yep, there we go. Needed that. needed that. But yeah, Nerdy Needle Design Co. On Instagram. Go check her out. She's got amazing. And so that came in the mail. Like, I ordered it Wednesday night, and then it came while I was gone. And this came with it. She threw this in there for free. Believe in yourself. Super cute. Okay. It's an hour and a half. Holy cannoli. Holy cannoli. I'm going to show you some Harry Potter haul real quick. Magical haul. And then we're going to go. We're going to go. Because I have so much to do today. I don't even know how I'm going to show this to you, you guys. It is I'm picking up floss. Oh my goodness. It's a wall hanging. And it, 100, like, Herbology 101. And it's got, like, all the Herbology. It's a wall hanging. You guys. It's got all the Herbology, different plants. You guys can see me through it. That's awesome. So much. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this. I don't have a wall to hang that on. I don't know. But it wasn't going to be abandoned, so it came home with me. She gave me a bunch of Funko Pops. Moaning Myrtle. We're going to go through these really fast. I'm sorry, guys. I'm pretty sure this has got to either be Fred or George, because it says Weasley and Weasley on his little thing. I don't know which one. I'm going to have to do some research because they didn't come in boxes. This is not Harry Potter, but oh my god, it's Worf. Oh my gosh. Okay. This might also be the other half of this one. So one's Fred, one's George. We've got Rita Skeeter. Evil woman that she is. We've got, oh man, of course I'm not gonna remember what he is. Dang it. I know what he is though. He's from Fantastic Beasts. It's gonna come to me like as soon as I stop filming. Mad Eye Moody. We've got Harry Potter with a mandrake. And then we've got a bunch of little minis. Hermione, like with a book. And Harry. And Hagrid. And Hedwig. And Nearly Headless Nick. All of those. Yes. Yes. Again, this is all from Beth. Beth was de-stashing and very kindly found new homes. And the last thing I'm going to show you, you guys, never even been opened. Never even been opened. Never been put together. I'm like freaking out. Freaking out. This is a huge kit. It's got multiple magical creatures. Of course, it doesn't have the one. It's a Demiguise. Is it a Demiguise? It might be a Demiguise. Beth, I'm sure if Beth is watching, I'm pretty sure it's the Demiguise. If you're watching, Beth, yell at me. I can't even that she gave me an entire Lego kit. And it closes up. Okay. Oh, I can't even. I have the best friends. The best friends in the whole entire world. Magical Haul. All of the StitchCon. All of the... Can you guys tell? Like, my spoons are just overflowing. Overflowing. Like, I can't even. And I mean, I showed this earlier on when I was talking about StitchCons, but if anybody skipped ahead, this is that Harry Potter Monopoly cross stitch. I'm going to be doing that. What, I mean, 365 days till next year. I mean, I have been loving these virtual retreats, have been amazing, and they have been an awesome stand-in. But being back in person, being able to hug all the friends, just sit and talk, it's so much. And hopefully everyone that I met, like literally everyone I met was like, I might be comfortable enough to like join a one of the Black Needle Society virtual things now. And I'm like, please do. Don't be not comfortable to do that. Don't be. Jump in. It's like walking up to a table at StitchCon. Just do it. Just do it. Once you're in there, we are also nice. We literally cannot bite you. We can't. We're virtual. There's nothing we can do. The worst that can happen is that we kick you out. We're not going to do that. That's not going to happen. I mean, please come join the Stitch and Chats for Black Needle Society. There's a free one every month. The free one this month is June 26th, 6 p.m. Central Time, but we're literally on till 2 a.m. If you pop in at 1 a.m., someone will be there. I promise you. And the late night stitchers will be like, hi. I mean, Laura and Katie, like, go. They go forever. Join us for those. I forgot to mention people that I met. I know I did. There were so many people that I didn't get to meet. There's 300 people. Like, so many people that I did meet, but so many people that I just didn't. And I'm looking forward to meeting new people next year. The same people again, seeing them again soon. My cheeks were hurting from smiling. It was so much smiling. And I think I told someone at one point, like, the estrogen, it was nice being around some estrogen. Like, I needed some estrogen and ovaries in my life. That's so horrible. I'm surrounded by testosterone and testicles. Like, get me away. Need ovaries and estrogen. I've got to take kids to Kohl's. I've got to go take someone to get a new phone. I've got to Black Needle Society. Like, it's packing time, you guys. It is packing time. So much to do. This will be uploaded. It's Tuesday early morning. I'll get this uploaded tonight. You will see this Wednesday morning. StitchCon. Do it. If you can do it, do it. Bye, everyone.